What's up guys, Handish here, and today I wanted to make a bit of a comparison of high impact shotguns in PvP, specifically the Conspiracy Theory D, Party Crasher and the 2 to the Morgue, and I'll reference some other similar shotguns along the way as well. It's worth noting that I'm going to refer to these weapons by their maximum potential stats and not just the base stats, since most people using one of these shotguns are going to have a fairly top tier role with good range bonuses and all of that. So starting out with the Conspiracy Theory, this is the highest impact shotgun in year 2. We have a maxed impact stat of 70 if you're using things like aggressive ballistics. The weapon has a maxed range stat of 31, which is slightly below that of the Party Crasher or 2 to the Morgue, although you'll have more impact with the weapon. The biggest drawback though is going to be the rate of fire at 5. The next slowest firing shotgun is the Party Crasher at 11, so it's quite a big difference. Essentially, the Conspiracy Theory would be one of the best weapons for someone who's incredibly accurate and lands shots at the right time. If you're lesser experienced with shotguns, the rate of fire may be somewhat difficult to get used to. And the other issue with the rate of fire is that if you're in a crowded engagement, you'll often find that even though you're ready for the next target, your shotgun isn't. Essentially, Conspiracy Theory is at least in the top 2 most powerful shotguns in terms of ranged one-shot capability, but is in no way forgiving of badly placed shots. Moving on, we have the Party Crasher. In terms of raw power, this thing is the closest to Conspiracy Theory. We have a maxed impact of 68, which is 2 lower than Conspiracy Theory, and a maxed range potential of 32, which is 1 more point than Conspiracy Theory. To cut to the chase though, they're super close to each other. Conspiracy may sometimes nab a kill, which a Party Crasher won't just because of its impact, but it's pretty inconsequential on a good roll of the weapon. Of course, the Party Crasher has a much better rate of fire. You're talking fractions of a second, but in the heat of the moment, it's going to make a difference at some point whether you need 2 shots to kill 1 target or need to defend against multiple targets. It's worth mentioning that Party Crasher has a chunk more stability than Conspiracy Theory, although the base reload speeds are pretty close and they both have a mag size of 5 rounds. The 2 to the Morgue is next though. It has 3 points less impact than the Party Crasher, however the range stat is identical at 32, and again we see an improved rate of fire at 14 where Party Crasher was at 11. So using this shotgun, it's obvious that you won't one-shot kill quite as easily, but you can get more shots off if you need to. This is of course both good and bad. You're more likely to lose out against an equally competent player if they're running a Party Crasher or Conspiracy. On the other side of the coin, the 2 to the Morgue is going to give you more opportunities to miss and survive engagements. It may occasionally get you a kill against someone in a super or something like that, but for most top tier players you're going to want accuracy and a lot of power to win those fast engagements. I would say if you're not much of a shotgunner and you want to practice, then something like 2 to the Morgue would be a pretty good choice. Equally, it's just a very solid shotgun for any player. It depends really on your mood or your style of playing at least. And also the 2 to the Morgue can hold 1 more round in the mag than the other shotguns we've covered. Deirdre's retort from the Iron Banner is very similar in its base stat values to 2 to the Morgue, so essentially the same thing applies there. And then there's also the Binary Dawn shotgun from Trials of Osiris, which is very similar, but the range stats make it much less appealing. So in conclusion, if you're a super accurate shotgunner, a god roll Conspiracy Theory is going to be very, very good for 1v1 engagements. The issue will be the rate of fire. You'll lose out more often in high traffic engagements. The 2 to the Morgue is going to give you a pretty great impact and range, seeing as its rate of fire is much better than the other high impact shotguns, which makes it more forgiving of missed shots on the whole. The Party Crasher though, this thing is close to the Conspiracy Theory, yet has much greater rate of fire as well as a pinch more range, which puts it in a very strong position, and you can see why so many people opt to use it. In my opinion, a good roll of the Party Crasher is the best possible high impact shotgun you can use in PvP. So there you go guys, just a breakdown of the defining features of these shotguns with the facts and my opinion as well of which is the best. Let me know in the comments what your favourites are or any awesome rolls of shotguns that you have. If you've enjoyed the video, a like below is always much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe for a lot more Destiny content. But for now, you guys have an awesome day.